Epilogue to the party. Blizzard suddenly burst into the observatory where many partygoers were sleeping. "Jax! Escher!" he whispered. "What?" asked Jax, bleary-eyed. "What's wrong?" asked Escher. "I have the use of a wild time-travelling lighthouse," whispered Blizzard, his eyes excited. "Want to have some time pirate fun?" Escher was waking up fast. "Yes," he said. "Really?" asked Jax. "Definitely," said Blizzard. "Miguel has a mate who's travelling the universe in it." "Wow," said Escher, his eyes wide. "He stopped in to say hello, but he's had too much to drink, so he's staying here for a few nights," said Blizzard. "He says we can take the lighthouse for a spin. Are you up for it?" "Definitely," said Jax, jumping up. "Absolutely," said Escher, zipping up his wild silver onesie. Jax zipped up her suit too. "What's with the suits?" asked Blizzard. "We knew we'd be travelling through time," said Jax, her face dead serious. "Really?" asked Blizzard. "Nah," said Jax. "Gifts from Mum. She likes us to wear matching clothes sometimes." "Reminds her of the power she had when we were young," said Escher with a grin. Blizzard nodded. "Where shall we go?" he asked, "and when?" "Your call," said Escher. "I know just the place," said Blizzard with a big grin. The trio tiptoed out of the observatory and down onto the Marescimar beach, where a wild-looking lighthouse stood on the sand, leaching light and steam from its windows and open door. It looked completely untamed and up for anything. Blizzard spoke to it. "Righto, mate," he said. "Be gentle with us. It's our first time in a time-travelling lighthouse." "Certainly," said the lighthouse in a deep voice. But as soon as Jax, Escher and Blizzard were inside, the lighthouse slammed its doors shut and took off at high speed out over the waves and then high up into the air. The only person who saw it leave was Darling. "They'll need breakfast when they return," she chortled as she trotted back down to the kitchen to make pain au chocolat. "Blizzard's favourite," she said to Fun, who'd agreed to help her into the wee hours of the night, so that the surprise would be ready. Fun beamed. "Could we make a huge statue of the time pirates out of chocolate one day?" he asked. Fun beamed when he saw the huge kitchen table covered in thick blocks of chocolate. "Could we make a big statue of the time pirates out of chocolate one day?" he asked. "One day," said Darling. "Most definitely." Fun laughed. "Perfect." Suddenly there was a little shrilling noise. It was Halo in his teeny Tinkerbell size. "Why not try to make one of your time pirate statues now?" he asked. "A miniature. I'll pose for you and we can eat it before anyone wakes up." Halo looked naughty as he stood in a wild pose. Darling shook her head but smiled at her friend as she asked Fun. Hold on, I need to change that. Darling shook her head but smiled at her friend as she and Fun selected some of the longer blocks of chocolate. "Why not?" she asked. "That way we can all create a wonderful memory to kick off our library of happy memories." "Perfect," said Halo, striking another wild pose.